Hey guys, today we're going to be building a working radio. I am using this kit called Inventions, but a lot of these pieces are just kind of basic household items, or you can buy them really cheaply. So all you gotta do is watch this video and you could probably build one yourself. So here's what you're going to need for this project. A piece of cardboard about 6 inches by 8 inches, a toilet paper tube, and a paper towel tube. Or, since it's the Christmas season, if you have a wrapping paper tube, you can just cut it to length. Some aluminum foil, a piece of paper, some glue. I'm going to be using hot glue, but you can use a glue bottle, maybe even a glue stick, a scissors, some tape, some of this magnet wire, four pieces of regular wire, a paper clip, 3 tacks, a little bit of sandpaper, and these last 2 pieces are sort of the obscure pieces. One of these is a earpiece. It's got 2 little piece of the wire on the end that goes to earpiece part, and then this last piece is called like a Scotchy diode or something like that. They're very cheap, I know. And that's everything that you'll need for this radio. Alright, so our first step is we're going to be taking this toilet paper tube and wrapping the magnet wire around it about 100 times. So I'm going to take a knife here and just poke 2 holes towards the bottom. Just like so. Then I'm going to take our magnet wire and put it through one hole. And out the other one like this. Then I'm just going to bend this over and bend this one over. Oh, and then you also want to make sure that you leave about like maybe 10 inches of wire sticking out or so. Then I'm just going to take a piece of tape and tape the wire in place so that it can't move. Then starting from right here, we're just going to wrap it around about 100 times. Alright, so once you get it to about 100, you want to just run your thumb along it and make sure it's all nice and tight and smooth. Like, press it down as much as you can, make sure it's all nice and neat. And you want to make sure to always be holding it so that you don't lose the tightness of the coil at all. Alright, so then once you got it all neat, you're going to take a piece of tape and just put a piece of tape right down over it. You want to cut about another 10 inches or so off this end. And you can get rid of the rest of any extra wire. I also ended up poking a hole there and over there, and then just running it through there just to keep it in place more. Alright, so I recommend doing the next part on a hard surface. What you're going to need is your paper towel tube, some tin foil, tape, and a piece of paper. Like so. So what you want to do first is you want to get a piece of tin foil and you want it to be half the height of the tube, and it just has to fit wrap around at once. So you want to cut it to length, and the key is you want to make sure it's very smooth. Alright, so as you can see, I got a nice piece of foil cut out here. Again, you want to make sure that it's nice and smooth as possible. Alright, so then we're going to take the foil, and you want to take some tape here. And we're just going to put some tape on one side of this. And this you want to tape to the tube so that the bottom is right next to the end of the tube. Just like that. Then this should be flush with the end of the tube. Then we're just going to wrap it right around. Alright, and then once you get it wrapped around, just tape the ends together. And again, you can use your fingernail. Just get it as smooth as possible. Just use a thumbnail or something to get the creases out as much as you can. So you got this. Alright, so the next step is you're going to take your piece of paper and you're going to cut it so that it's about, again, half the height of the tube and can wrap completely around it. Then once you got your piece of paper cut, you want to cut a piece of foil that looks something like this. Then finally, you want to take this whole thing and make sure that it's overlapping this bottom foil, and we're just going to wrap it around here. Alright, so then once you get it wrapped around, just put 2 pieces of tape right on the end, and then it should be able to slide up and down. Like this. Alright, so once you get those 2 pieces done, the last step is to build the base for the radio. So you need to make 3 holes about 1 inch apart each, and then we're just going to take the little tacks here and put them into each hole. Then you want to take your Scotty diode, and we're just going to connect it between the first 2 tacks here. I would make like a little hook on the end, like that, just to wrap it around here a little. Alright, so as you can see, we got it placed nice and tight there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the earphones and connect 1 wire to each end here. Alright, so there we go. I just popped the pins out a little, wrapped it around there once, and then tightened it on the bottom again. So next we're going to take the 2 pieces we made earlier, and we're going to glue them to the base right about there. Alright, so next we have a bunch of wiring to connect. So first you have these 2 wires from this coil. You just want to cut these to length because this first wire is going to get wrapped around the first tack, and this wire is going to get wrapped around the 3rd tack. So you can cut these to be a bit more manageable length. Alright, so once you got them to the right length, you just want to take a bit of sandpaper and sand about 1 inch off each end for both of the wires. Alright, so then once you get both those ends sanded off, then you can wrap them around the 2 end tacks here. What I recommend doing for these is just making like a little hook on the end, and then you just loosen the tack a little, and you can just slip it right in there, push the tack down, and then retighten it. Just like that. So next you want to take 2 regular wires and attach them to this 3rd tack. So then we got something like that. And the blue wire here is going to get attached to the bottom of the tinfoil tower. And tape it right to the bottom of the tower here. And then this red wire is going to come in later it's going to be the ground wire. Next we're going to take these two other wires, and these are just going to get attached to the first clip here. This blue wire is going to get attached to the top of the tower here. So as you can see there, got that taped to the top of the tower here. Then this white wire is going to serve as the antenna. For the antenna part, you can connect it to really any large metal object. It just can't touch the ground directly in any way. You can try something like a bicycle, a TV antenna, something like that. For the ground wire, it just has to be connected to the ground in some way by a conductor. Something like the back of a computer works really good. And then just give it a listen in the earpiece, and there's your radio. Tinfoil here is used to adjust the channel, so by moving it up and down you can sort of go to different stations. So that is how to build your own radio. Thanks for watching and hope you enjoyed.